Don't scroll, stay right here, because this message didn't arrive by accident, and your heart needs this right now. Listen to this, because when something happens suddenly, when it feels like someone you love was hit, wounded, or shaken out of nowhere, the shock doesn't always come from violence, it comes from realization, from words, from truth arriving faster than the heart can process. And Archangel-guided awareness is surrounding this moment to steady you. Don't scroll, this message is for you because something pierced your emotional safety recently, something said, done, revealed, or felt that landed so suddenly it felt like being shot through the chest with grief, confusion, or fear, and your heart needs this right now because emotional wounds can hurt just as deeply as physical ones. Listen to this, the universe does not bring awareness to scare you, it brings it to protect you, to slow you down before panic takes over, to remind you that shock is temporary but grounding is available. Don't scroll, you may have felt your breath catch, your mind race, your body tighten, wondering how something could happen so fast, wondering if you missed a sign, wondering if you could have prevented the pain. And your heart needs this right now because self-blame often follows emotional shock even when it doesn't belong there. Listen to this, not every wound is your fault, not every moment was yours to control. Don't scroll, this message arrives wrapped in urgency because urgency does not always mean danger, sometimes it means awareness arriving exactly when it must, before fear turns into chaos. Listen to this. The shock you felt was your nervous system reacting to sudden emotional impact, not prophecy of loss. Don't scroll, Archangel-level protection surrounds moments like this to keep them from becoming something bigger than they need to be, and your heart needs this right now because protection often feels like calm after panic, not prevention of emotion. Listen to this, feeling shaken does not mean something terrible is coming. It means something important was revealed. Don't scroll. Signs from the universe have likely been showing up around this moment. Repeated numbers, sudden memories, dreams, or that quiet voice inside saying, pay attention, and your heart needs this right now because attention brings clarity, not fear. Listen to this, angel numbers don't warn, they anchor. Don't scroll. 444 doesn't mean harm. It means support. 111 doesn't mean loss, it means awareness, and your heart needs this right now because meaning replaces panic. Listen to this, panic fades when understanding arrives. Don't scroll, soulmate energy is also connected here, because emotional wounds often surface when bonds matter deeply, when love is involved, when attachment makes us vulnerable. And your heart needs this right now because vulnerability is not weakness, it's proof that you love deeply. Listen to this, deep love feels deeply. Don't scroll, spiritual awakening does not always come gently, sometimes it arrives as a jolt that says, wake up, notice this, protect what matters, and your heart needs this right now because awakening sharpens discernment. Listen to this. Discernment protects the heart without closing it. Don't scroll, what felt like an attack was actually information about boundaries, about trust, about what needs care right now. And your heart needs this right now because information empowers. Listen to this, empowerment dissolves fear. Don't scroll, the universe is not telling you that someone is doomed, it's telling you to slow down, breathe, check in, communicate, and stay present instead of spiraling. Your heart needs this right now because presence calms the nervous system. Listen to this, calm is medicine. Don't scroll, Archangel-guided protection often works through awareness, not miracles, through intuition, not alarms, and your heart needs this right now because intuition speaks softly. Listen to this, soft messages last longer. Don't scroll. Emotional shock often makes time feel distorted, like everything happened just minutes ago, even if the impact is internal. And your heart needs this right now because emotional time moves differently than clocks. listen to this, your reaction is human. Don't scroll. This message is not here to predict tragedy, it is here to prevent misunderstanding, panic, and unnecessary fear, and your heart needs this right now because fear blocks clarity. Listen to this, clarity restores power. Don't scroll. The love you feel is not under threat, it is under attention, and your heart needs this right now because attention strengthens connection. Listen to this, love protected is love preserved. Don't scroll, stay with this message because this is only part 1, and the next part will gently reveal why this moment arrived now, what the universe is asking you to do with this awareness, and how protection continues to unfold in calm, grounded ways. So stay here, don't scroll, because understanding replaces fear, and what comes next brings reassurance your heart has been waiting for. Don't scroll, stay right here, because part 2 is where the shock begins to soften into understanding, and your heart needs this right now more than you realize. Listen to this, because what felt sudden, what felt like it happened just minutes ago, wasn't meant to throw you into fear, it was meant to wake your awareness gently but clearly, and Archangel guided protection is surrounding this moment to help you interpret it without panic. Don't scroll. This message is for you because after the initial jolt, questions started flooding in. What does this mean? What should I do? Did I miss something? And your heart needs this right now because questions are the mind's way of seeking safety. Listen to this, safety doesn't come from answers alone, it comes from grounding. Don't scroll. Grounding begins when you slow your breath and let your body catch up to your awareness, because emotional impact often travels faster than comprehension, and your heart needs this right now because your body deserves reassurance before your mind demands explanations. Listen to this, reassurance calms the nervous system. Don't scroll. What you experienced wasn't a warning of harm, it was a nudge toward presence, toward checking in, toward noticing what matters instead of spiraling into imagined outcomes, and your heart needs this right now because imagined outcomes exhaust the spirit. Listen to this, presence restores energy. Don't scroll. Signs from the universe tend to cluster after moments of emotional impact, not to predict danger, but to anchor you back into trust, and your heart needs this right now because trust steadies perception. Listen to this, perception shapes experience. Don't scroll. You may have noticed repeating numbers like 222 or 444 during this time, especially when your thoughts were racing, and your heart needs this right now because those numbers aren't alarms, they're reminders that support surrounds you even when clarity hasn't arrived yet. Listen to this, support doesn't require understanding to exist. Don't scroll. Archangel-guided protection often arrives through intuition nudging you to pause, to breathe, to communicate instead of assume, and your heart needs this right now because assumptions amplify fear. Listen to this, communication dissolves uncertainty. Don't scroll. This message also touches the way love makes us vulnerable, because when someone matters deeply, sudden emotional shifts feel amplified, and your heart needs this right now because vulnerability doesn't mean danger, it means connection. Listen to this, connection invites care. Don't scroll. Soulmate energy is intertwined here, not because something is ending, but because deep bonds awaken our instinct to protect, to notice, to feel, and your heart needs this right now because caring deeply is not a flaw. Listen to this, caring deeply is courage. Don't scroll. Spiritual awakening often heightens emotional sensitivity before it sharpens discernment. And your heart needs this right now because sensitivity is the gateway to wisdom when guided by calm. Listen to this, calm channels sensitivity into insight. Don't scroll. The universe didn't send this message to make you fear loss, it sent it to help you recognize value, to remind you what deserves attention and gentle care right now. Your heart needs this right now because attention preserves connection. Listen to this, preservation begins with awareness. Don't scroll. Emotional wounds can feel as intense as physical ones because the brain processes threats similarly, and your heart needs this right now because understanding your reaction prevents self-judgment. Listen to this. Self-compassion stabilizes healing. Don't scroll. Archangel level protection doesn't erase emotion, it steadies it, helping you feel without spiraling. And your heart needs this right now because steadiness creates clarity. Listen to this. Clarity emerges after calm. Don't scroll. You may feel pulled to reach out, to check in, to reconnect, and your heart needs this right now because authentic connection soothes fear. Listen to this. Reassurance grows through presence. Don't scroll. The urgency you felt was never meant to trap you in anxiety, it was meant to bring you into the present moment, where intuition is clearest and fear has less power. Your heart needs this right now because presence neutralizes panic. Listen to this. Panic dissolves when breath slows. Don't scroll. Signs may now feel quieter, less dramatic, more like gentle confirmations that you're interpreting the moment correctly, and your heart needs this right now because gentle guidance lasts longer than loud signals. Listen to this. Gentle guidance builds trust. Don't scroll. This message also invites you to notice your inner dialogue, to replace what if with what is, because what is often feels calmer than what if. Your heart needs this right now because calm strengthens decision-making. Listen to this. Decisions made from calm endure. Don't scroll. Archangel-guided awareness encourages you to act from care, not fear, from curiosity, not panic, and your heart needs this right now because fear-driven action repeats cycles. Listen to this. Conscious action creates new outcomes. Don't scroll. The universe often uses moments of emotional intensity to realign priorities, to show us where our energy truly belongs, and your heart needs this right now because alignment restores peace. Listen to this. Peace follows alignment. Don't scroll. You're not being asked to predict the future, only to stay present with what's unfolding now, and your heart needs this right now because presence grounds destiny. Listen to this. Destiny responds to awareness. Don't scroll. This part exists to help your nervous system settle, to help your mind release catastrophic thinking, and to remind you that protection often shows up as clarity after shock. Your heart needs this right now because clarity replaces fear. Listen to this. Fear fades when understanding grows. Don't scroll. The message is still unfolding, and the next part will gently explain how to move forward from this moment with confidence, how to recognize when intuition is guiding you versus when fear is speaking, and how to trust the calm that's beginning to return. So stay here. Don't scroll. Because what comes next transforms awareness into reassurance and shows you how supported you truly are. Don't scroll. Stay right here with me, because part 3 is where the meaning beneath the shock finally reveals itself, and your heart needs this right now in a deeper way than words can easily explain. Listen to this carefully, because what happened wasn't meant to leave you frozen in fear, it was meant to awaken discernment. And discernment is the quiet strength that keeps love safe while allowing it to grow. Don't scroll. This message is for you because after the initial jolt settled, you may have felt a strange calm creep in, followed by questions that weren't panicked but thoughtful, questions like, what am I being shown, what needs my attention, and, how do I move forward without overreacting? And your heart needs this right now because thoughtful questions are the sign that intuition has taken the wheel. Listen to this. Intuition doesn't rush. It steadies. Don't scroll. Archangel-guided awareness at this stage feels like clarity without pressure, like understanding that doesn't demand immediate action but invites mindful presence, and your heart needs this right now because mindful presence transforms intensity into insight. Listen to this. Insight lasts longer than adrenaline. Don't scroll. The universe often uses moments of emotional impact to recalibrate priorities, to gently pull your focus back to what truly matters, and your heart needs this right now because distraction dilutes connection. Listen to this, connection strengthens when attention sharpens. Don't scroll. You may notice that what once felt urgent now feels manageable, and what once felt overwhelming now feels navigable. And your heart needs this right now because emotional regulation signals growth. Listen to this, growth stabilizes the nervous system. Don't scroll. Signs from the universe are now aligning with this calmer state, appearing when you're grounded rather than frantic, and your heart needs this right now because guidance integrates best when you're centered. Listen to this, centered awareness receives more clearly. Don't scroll. Angel numbers may surface at moments of neutrality, while you're resting, reflecting, or doing something ordinary. And your heart needs this right now because neutrality allows interpretation without distortion. Listen to this, distortion fades when calm returns. Don't scroll. Archangel level protection works by helping you differentiate between intuition and fear, and your heart needs this right now because fear mimics intuition but lacks steadiness. Listen to this, intuition feels calm even when it calls for action. Don't scroll. This message also speaks to the way love creates responsibility, because when you care deeply, your instinct is to protect, sometimes even at the cost of your own peace, and your heart needs this right now because protection must include self-care. Listen to this, self-care sustains connection. Don't scroll. Soulmate energy here isn't about urgency or attachment, it's about mutual respect and emotional safety. And your heart needs this right now because safety is the foundation of enduring love. Listen to this, enduring love doesn't rush. Don't scroll. Spiritual awakening often sharpens empathy first, making emotional shifts feel more intense before wisdom balances them. And your heart needs this right now because empathy without grounding can feel overwhelming. Listen to this, grounding transforms empathy into compassion. Don't scroll. The universe is not asking you to brace for loss, it's asking you to stay present with reality as it unfolds, to respond rather than react, and your heart needs this right now because reactive energy drains clarity. Listen to this, response is measured and effective. Don't scroll. What felt like a warning was actually an invitation to slow down, to check assumptions, to communicate openly instead of catastrophizing, and your heart needs this right now because communication dispels fear. Listen to this, clarity thrives in conversation. Don't scroll. Archangel-guided insight also reminds you that emotional wounds don't always signal danger, sometimes they signal vulnerability opening to deeper understanding, and your heart needs this right now because vulnerability invites healing. Listen to this, healing begins when vulnerability feels safe. Don't scroll. The calm returning to your body is not denial, it's integration, the process of allowing emotion to settle without suppressing it, and your heart needs this right now because integration prevents rumination. Listen to this, rumination fades when understanding grows. Don't scroll. You may find yourself less drawn to dramatic interpretations now, more inclined toward balanced perspectives. And your heart needs this right now because balance sustains peace. Listen to this, peace stabilizes decision-making. Don't scroll. This message also encourages you to trust the timing of awareness, because sometimes clarity arrives in stages, first as shock, then as calm, then as understanding, and your heart needs this right now because stages prevent overwhelm. Listen to this, overwhelm dissipates with pacing. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael's presence here feels like reassurance that you're interpreting the moment correctly, that you don't need to jump to conclusions or prepare for worst-case scenarios, and your heart needs this right now because worst-case thinking fuels anxiety. Listen to this, anxiety dissolves with evidence-based awareness. Don't scroll. The universe continues to support you by offering subtle confirmations. Ease in communication, clarity in thought, steadiness in emotion. That signal you're aligned with understanding rather than fear. Your heart needs this right now because alignment restores confidence. Listen to this. Confidence grows quietly. Don't scroll. This part exists to remind you that emotional intensity doesn't always predict outcome. Sometimes it simply highlights importance, and your heart needs this right now because importance deserves care, not panic. Listen to this. Care protects connection. Don't scroll. As you absorb this message, notice how your breath feels deeper, how your thoughts feel less scattered, how urgency has transformed into attentiveness, because that shift is the guidance working within you. Your heart needs this right now because attentiveness sharpens intuition. Listen to this. Intuition thrives in stillness. Don't scroll. The next part will gently reveal how to act from this grounded awareness, how to translate understanding into supportive action without sacrificing your peace, and how to recognize the moment when calm becomes confident movement. So stay here, don't scroll, because what comes next brings practical clarity and shows you how supported you remain as you move forward with trust. Don't scroll, stay right here with me, because part 4 is where the message becomes deeply grounding and gently empowering. And your heart needs this right now more than ever. Listen to this carefully, because what Archangel Michael is guiding you into at this stage is not urgency but clarity, not alarm but discernment, the kind that steadies your emotions and helps you move forward with confidence instead of fear. Don't scroll. This message is for you because after the waves of emotion settled, you may have noticed something subtle but powerful beginning to happen inside you. A sense that you're no longer reacting, you're responding, and your heart needs this right now because response comes from wisdom while reaction comes from shock. Listen to this. Wisdom grows when the nervous system feels safe. Don't scroll. Safety doesn't mean nothing unexpected will happen. It means you trust yourself to handle what does, and Archangel Michael's protection here feels like a calm shield around your thoughts, helping you separate imagined danger from real information. Your heart needs this right now because discernment prevents unnecessary suffering. Listen to this. Suffering often comes from stories the mind tells before facts arrive. Don't scroll. The universe has been encouraging you to slow your inner dialogue, to pause before assuming outcomes, to breathe before drawing conclusions. And your heart needs this right now because calm perception changes experience. Listen to this. Experience shifts when perception softens. Don't scroll. Signs from the universe may now appear as moments of ease, unexpected reassurance, or conversations that bring relief rather than confusion, and your heart needs this right now because reassurance anchors trust. Listen to this. Trust grows when fear releases its grip. Don't scroll. Angel numbers may still surface, but now they align with moments of clarity instead of panic, appearing when you're grounded, reflective, or choosing presence over projection, and your heart needs this right now because guidance integrates best when you're calm. Listen to this. Calm creates space for insight. Don't scroll. Archangel-guided protection also involves boundaries, the invisible lines you draw to protect your emotional energy from spiraling thoughts, outside opinions, or unnecessary speculation, and your heart needs this right now because boundaries preserve peace. Listen to this. Peace sustains strength. Don't scroll. This message also touches your capacity to trust again, because moments of emotional shock can make the heart want to close. But what you're learning now is how to stay open without staying exposed. Your heart needs this right now because openness with discernment is wisdom. Listen to this. Wisdom balances vulnerability and protection. Don't scroll. Soulmate energy becomes clearer at this stage, not as intense longing or fear of loss, but as mutual steadiness, emotional safety, and respect for each other's inner worlds, and your heart needs this right now because real connection feels calm. Listen to this. Calm connection lasts. Don't scroll. Spiritual awakening often refines emotional responses, helping you feel deeply without drowning, care fully without controlling, and respond thoughtfully without rushing, and your heart needs this right now because refinement brings resilience. Listen to this, resilience feels steady. Don't scroll, the universe is inviting you to trust the process unfolding, to recognize that awareness arrived in stages because your system needed time to integrate, and your heart needs this right now because integration prevents overwhelm. Listen to this, overwhelm fades with understanding. Don't scroll, you may notice that your instincts feel sharper now, less clouded by fear, more guided by calm certainty. And your heart needs this right now because certainty doesn't demand urgency. Listen to this, true certainty feels quiet. Don't scroll, Archangel Michael's presence here encourages you to act from care rather than anxiety, from clarity rather than catastrophe, and your heart needs this right now because fear-driven actions repeat cycles. Listen to this, conscious action creates new outcomes. Don't scroll, emotional safety also includes trusting yourself to pause, to gather information, to communicate openly instead of filling gaps with assumptions, and your heart needs this right now because communication dissolves uncertainty. Listen to this, uncertainty fades when questions are asked gently. Don't scroll, the universe often uses moments of emotional intensity to strengthen intuition, teaching you how to feel without panicking, how to notice without overreacting, and your heart needs this right now because intuition matures through experience. Listen to this, experience teaches discernment. Don't scroll, protection at this stage looks like confidence returning to your body, a sense that you can handle whatever clarity reveals, and your heart needs this right now because confidence steadies decision-making. Listen to this, steady decisions create peace. Don't scroll, you may find yourself less drawn to dramatic interpretations, more interested in facts, communication, and grounded action. And your heart needs this right now because grounded action preserves energy. Listen to this, energy is precious. Don't scroll, Archangel-guided reassurance reminds you that love doesn't need fear to stay alive, it needs presence, honesty, and care. And your heart needs this right now because love thrives in calm environments. Listen to this, calm nourishes connection. Don't scroll, this part exists to help you recognize how far you've come already, from shock to awareness, from fear to clarity, from reaction to response, and your heart needs this right now because recognizing progress builds confidence. Listen to this, confidence empowers movement. Don't scroll. As you absorb this message, notice how your thoughts feel clearer, how your chest feels lighter, how urgency has transformed into attentiveness. Because that shift is the guidance working within you. Your heart needs this right now because attentiveness sharpens intuition. Listen to this, intuition thrives in stillness. Don't scroll, the message isn't over yet, because the next part will gently show you how to move forward with this clarity, how to turn understanding into supportive action without sacrificing peace, and how to trust the steady calm that's guiding you now. So stay here, don't scroll, because what comes next brings confident direction and the reassurance your heart has been waiting for. Don't scroll, stay right here, because part 5 is where everything you've processed quietly begins to feel usable, steady, and empowering, and your heart needs this right now in a grounded way that turns awareness into confidence. Listen to this carefully, because Archangel-guided clarity at this stage isn't about explaining the past, it's about equipping you for what's next without fear, without urgency, and without second-guessing yourself. Don't scroll, this message is for you because you've already moved through shock, into understanding, into calm, and now you're standing at a point where choice matters more than reaction, and your heart needs this right now because conscious choice changes outcomes. Listen to this, outcomes improve when choices come from calm. Don't scroll, what you're feeling now may be a subtle readiness, not excitement or dread, but a quiet sense that you can handle what unfolds, and your heart needs this right now because readiness doesn't feel loud, it feels stable. Listen to this, stability is strength. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael's protection here feels like discernment sharpening, helping you notice which thoughts come from fear and which come from intuition, and your heart needs this right now because fear rushes while intuition waits. Listen to this, intuition doesn't pressure you. Don't scroll. You may notice that you're no longer replaying worst-case scenarios, instead you're considering practical steps, gentle check-ins, honest conversations, and your heart needs this right now because practicality grounds emotion. Listen to this, grounded emotion prevents overwhelm. Don't scroll. Signs from the universe now align with this steadier energy, appearing as ease in communication, clarity in timing, or relief after choosing honesty over assumption, and your heart needs this right now because ease confirms alignment. Listen to this, alignment feels lighter. Don't scroll. Angel numbers may continue appearing, but now they show up when you're calm, when you're acting from care instead of panic, and your heart needs this right now because reassurance follows conscious choice. Listen to this, reassurance strengthens trust. Don't scroll. This message also invites you to trust your boundaries, the inner signals that tell you when to pause, when to ask, and when to rest, because boundaries are not walls. They are filters that protect peace. Your heart needs this right now because peace sustains clarity. Listen to this, clarity lasts longer than adrenaline. Don't scroll. Soulmate energy here isn't about dramatic rescue or fear of loss, it's about mutual steadiness, the ability to face uncertainty together without turning against each other, and your heart needs this right now because healthy connection feels collaborative. Listen to this, collaboration builds resilience. Don't scroll. Spiritual awakening continues by teaching you how to hold emotion without letting it drive the wheel, how to feel concern without catastrophizing, and your heart needs this right now because emotional regulation empowers action. Listen to this, action guided by calm endures. Don't scroll. The universe isn't asking you to predict outcomes, it's inviting you to respond thoughtfully in real time. Because presence reveals the next right step without forcing answers. Your heart needs this right now because presence prevents rumination. Listen to this, rumination drains energy. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael's guidance here emphasizes communication as protection, the courage to ask, to listen, to clarify rather than assume, and your heart needs this right now because clarity dissolves unnecessary fear. Listen to this, fear thrives on silence. Don't scroll. You may feel a stronger sense of self-trust emerging, the belief that even if answers aren't immediate, you can navigate what comes, and your heart needs this right now because self-trust anchors stability. Listen to this, stability reduces anxiety. Don't scroll. Protection at this stage looks like patience, allowing situations to unfold without forcing conclusions. And your heart needs this right now because patience preserves perspective. Listen to this, perspective broadens understanding. Don't scroll. The universe often supports us by slowing momentum just enough to ensure our choices align with values, and your heart needs this right now because value-aligned choices build peace. Listen to this, peace compounds. Don't scroll. You may notice less desire to explain yourself to others, more comfort acting quietly from conviction. And your heart needs this right now because conviction doesn't require approval. Listen to this, approval seeking weakens intuition. Don't scroll. Archangel-guided reassurance also reminds you that emotional care includes caring for yourself, not absorbing every worry, not carrying every possibility, and your heart needs this right now because compassion without boundaries leads to burnout. Listen to this, balanced compassion sustains. Don't scroll. This message also affirms that it's okay to step back mentally from imagined futures and return to what's happening now, because what's happening now is manageable. Your heart needs this right now because manageability calms the nervous system. Listen to this. Calm invites clarity. Don't scroll. Spiritual awakening doesn't remove uncertainty. It equips you to coexist with it without fear. And your heart needs this right now because certainty isn't required for peace. Listen to this. Peace exists alongside uncertainty. Don't scroll. You may feel gratitude surfacing where fear once lived. Gratitude for awareness, for support, for the ability to choose differently. And your heart needs this right now because gratitude stabilizes emotion. Listen to this. Gratitude grounds the present. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael's protection here encourages you to move forward with measured confidence. Not rushing, not retreating, but responding with care and clarity. Your heart needs this right now because measured movement prevents regret. Listen to this. Regret fades when alignment leads. Don't scroll. This part exists to help you recognize that you're no longer in crisis mode, you're in choice mode, and that shift changes everything. Your heart needs this right now because choice restores agency. Listen to this. Agency empowers. Don't scroll. As you absorb this message, notice how your body feels steadier, how your thoughts feel organized, how urgency has softened into readiness, because that shift is the guidance working within you. Your heart needs this right now because readiness supports action. Listen to this. Action guided by calm succeeds. Don't scroll. The message isn't finished yet, because the final part will gently bring closure, reassurance, and a clear sense of next steps without pressure, showing you how to move forward trusting yourself and the support surrounding you. So stay here, don't scroll, because what comes next brings resolution, confidence, and the peace your heart has been preparing to receive. Don't scroll. Stay with me all the way to the very end, because this final part is where everything finally settles into peace, meaning, and quiet strength, and your heart needs this right now more than you even realize. Listen to this, because the reason you stayed, the reason your breath feels a little deeper, the reason your mind feels less frantic than when this message began, is because understanding has replaced fear. And that is not accidental, it is alignment. Don't scroll. This message is for you because you've just moved through a full emotional cycle without breaking, from shock to awareness, from awareness to clarity, from clarity to calm, and your heart needs this right now because calm is not numbness, it's strength restored. Listen to this. Strength doesn't shout, it stabilizes. Don't scroll. Archangel guided protection at this final stage feels like reassurance settling into your body, reminding you that nothing catastrophic is looming, nothing is being hidden from you, nothing is spiraling out of control, and your heart needs this right now because fear feeds on uncertainty, but certainty grows in presence. Listen to this. Presence grounds reality. Don't scroll. The universe did not bring this message to alarm you, it brought it to awaken your ability to respond wisely instead of reacting emotionally. And your heart needs this right now because wisdom preserves peace. Listen to this. Peace is the signal of alignment. Don't scroll. What felt urgent at the beginning now feels understood, and that transformation is the gift, because urgency was never about danger, it was about attention, about slowing you down long enough to reconnect with your intuition. Your heart needs this right now because intuition is your inner protector. Listen to this. Your intuition never left you. Don't scroll. Signs from the universe will continue after this message ends, but they will feel gentler now, less dramatic, more like confirmations than questions, showing up when you're centered instead of panicked. Your heart needs this right now because gentle guidance builds trust. Listen to this. Trust deepens when fear releases. Don't scroll. Angel numbers may still appear, but now they'll feel like quiet nods of reassurance rather than warnings, reminders that you are supported even when life feels uncertain. Listen to this. Support doesn't disappear when the message ends. Don't scroll. soulmate energy, connection, and love are not under threat, they are under care, and your heart needs this right now because love thrives when fear steps aside. Listen to this. Fear distorts love, calm protects it. Don't scroll. Spiritual awakening often looks exactly like this moment, the moment when your nervous system relaxes, your thoughts slow down, and your sense of self returns, reminding you that you are capable, aware, and resilient. Your heart needs this right now because awakening strengthens agency. Listen to this, agency restores confidence. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael's final reassurance here is simple and steady, saying you are protected not because nothing will ever surprise you, but because you now trust yourself to handle what does. Your heart needs this right now because self-trust dissolves fear. Listen to this, fear cannot survive where trust lives. Don't scroll. This message also releases you from the need to keep replaying the moment that startled you, because understanding has already done its work, and your heart needs this right now because rumination drains peace. Listen to this, peace grows when rumination stops. Don't scroll. The universe is not asking you to stay on alert, it's inviting you to return to your life grounded, present, and confident, knowing that awareness does not mean anxiety. Your heart needs this right now because awareness empowers, it doesn't imprison. Listen to this, empowerment feels calm. Don't scroll. Protection now looks like clarity in communication, steadiness in emotion, and patience with unfolding answers, and your heart needs this right now because patience preserves perspective. Listen to this, perspective widens understanding. Don't scroll. You may notice a sense of gratitude rising where fear once lived, gratitude for awareness, for intuition, for the ability to pause and choose differently, and your heart needs this right now because gratitude stabilizes the nervous system. Listen to this, gratitude grounds the present. Don't scroll. The universe often closes cycles gently, not with dramatic endings but with quiet understanding. And your heart needs this right now because closure doesn't require intensity. Listen to this, closure feels like relief. Don't scroll. As this message comes to an end, notice how your body feels safer, how your mind feels clearer, how urgency has softened into trust, because that shift is the protection working within you. Your heart needs this right now because internal protection lasts longer than external reassurance. Listen to this, what's within you cannot be taken away. Don't scroll. This ending is not a warning, it's a blessing, reminding you that you are capable of meeting life with calm awareness instead of fear-driven reaction. Your heart needs this right now because calm awareness changes everything. Listen to this, everything changes when fear releases. Don't scroll. Even though this message is ending, the reassurance continues, the clarity remains, and the grounded confidence you feel now is yours to carry forward into your next conversation, your next decision, your next quiet moment. Listen to this, you don't lose clarity when the video ends. Don't scroll. The universe brought you here not to scare you, but to remind you of your strength, your intuition, and your ability to remain steady when life feels sudden. Your heart needs this right now because steadiness is power. Listen to this, power feels peaceful. Don't scroll. Take this calm with you, let it guide your next step, and remember that staying until the end wasn't accidental, it was recognition that you are aware, grounded, and protected as you move forward, and that knowing is what turns this ending into a beginning rooted in trust, clarity, and quiet confidence.